Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. They're lining up to boot it away. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So Western Michigan's offense will have the first possession of the game. And they're led out there by a man who will carry the ball plenty in this one, guys.
Well, it's real simple. He's the best player on their team. They have got to force-feed this guy the football, David.
No doubt about it. The offense goes through him. Excited to see how they've built this offense and how many different ways they can get him touches.
On first down, here comes this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. To the air, it's Wolf. Pocket starts to collapse. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Broncos will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll try to do it himself. At the 45 on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Quarterback checking off. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires left. Pulls it in. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Looking for space. It's Strickland. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. He's got an open man. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Broncos will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Tackled, but he has a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Caught behind the line. It's Strickland. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Throwing right. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. First and goal for the offense. Makes the catch. Bounds into the end zone for a touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. After picking up this 1st down on the ground, let's see what they do. Motion from the offense. They're going to ride this running back.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good, build maybe a little bit of momentum, so next week we play a little bit better football.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Back to pass, it's Wolf. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack from this defense.
Great job by the pass rush up front. 3rd and long situation. They're anticipating pass, and they know the quarterback's going to have to hold on to the football. Nice job pinning their ears back and getting home.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's going to run it. Rams him with the stiff arm. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They'll leave it with the lone back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. They'll try to power their way ahead. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
That's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Thrust that arm out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of it.
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats, because he is not easy to bring down.
Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And the defense got him at the 27.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those, because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. A 3rd down try for the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out. No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. Complete out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Offense set on 1st down. He'll pull it on the read. Got enough for the 1st. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. They're going to keep this drive going. You'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Looking downfield, it's Wolf. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Got his man quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. This offense has a 2nd down play. Wide out in motion. The inside handoff. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
And they're on him in a heartbeat, and down he goes.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. And the Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. They're trying to get to it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Broncos. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. The hand to the running back. On the move at the 30. He now has 85 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
He's brought down solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, they picked up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time.
Going for it all. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots, and they're being aggressive throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. This has the makings of a good drive. The 7th play brings up a 3rd and 4. Give to the running back. And he'll take it in for a touchdown. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. He's got his man there to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. It's Wolf. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Broncos decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll call for the fair catch here. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
He now has 91 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Coming after it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete. The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And it's such a good opportunity to come into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. There needs some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
A manageable distance on 3rd down as they try to convert from the 20. Getting some heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Fresno State has the lead right now, but this Bulldog Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 4 over Liberty. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an passing on elsewhere. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Looking for room, it's Strickland. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and look for room. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. A huge return there, steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. Scanning the field, it's Wolf. Finds his tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before, turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. And the Broncos have pushed it inside the 20. Comes out throwing on 1st down. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That's a decision the quarterback would love to have back. Down here in this area of the field in the red zone, these windows, they close so quickly. Everything just has to be done a little bit faster. You've got to be so much more precise, and as a result of being late on the throw, they turn it over in the red zone.
Moving past the 25. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
For offensive coordinators, you see big runs like this in the first half, man, it gets you excited because it opens up the whole playbook, everything I have to use. I like all these.
Looking to the big tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Quarterback will audible. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Got it in stride inside the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
A shot toward the end zone. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Third down play from the gun. Keep it on the ground, and he's in for the touchdown. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're ready to get it started here in the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He's piled up 112 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. To the air on first down. He rifles one deep down the right side. Underneath toast the coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight. Throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller. That's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. And you've already sent your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect them.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Leaves it with the running back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
This is an offense that leads the nation in first downs because there's so many different ways they can attack you. They're versatile. They could throw it. They could run it. They've got so much balance, and that's what makes them so hard to stop.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Quickly complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. From the gun, wants to pass. He's right on target. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. This offense has failed on its previous 2 fourth-down attempts, but they need to keep this drive alive. They'll try it on the ground. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
I love offenses that can just rely on their offensive line to get it done in 4th and short situations like that. Turn around, hand it off, let's stay on the field and keep this thing going.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And the defense is going to have more plays like this. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop. Maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. It's 4th and 8, and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. Makes the grab. It's Williamson. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Feeling some heat. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. It's 1st down from back at their own 24-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. It's a draw. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the 1st down. The Broncos line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. They barely get the punt out of their own territory. It'll be marked down just outside the 45. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive points.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
On 3rd down, going up top. Trying to escape and get it himself. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Offense facing 4th down.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. With the catch, it's Williamson. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. He's going to pass. Working the middle, it's complete. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up as the 26 for the first down. Split backs here. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Quarterback extends the play. Got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
One of the most important things you have to do as a defensive end is keep contained. You can't let QBs scramble outside the pocket. That's when they make big plays. Not only can they run, now they can chuck the ball deep down the field because they bought time for the receiver.
And he burrows his way into the end zone for a touchdown. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And he tacked on the extra point. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Leaves it with the back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Picked off. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
They'll try the left side. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Quick pass on the fly motion. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. Trying to pick up a first down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Second down coming up. Now the play fake. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Quickly out to the tight end. Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the blow and gets it to the 29. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Now setting up shop in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front. Would quit. You probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game, but I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
He looks that one in nicely.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Looking to pass. It's Lowry. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. They're throwing for it on fourth down. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Line gets set, first down. They think there's room to run to the right here. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. That's reeled in. It's Williamson. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. And now on second down for this offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Throws toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. You have a big lead in the fourth quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, in saying, listen, it's your job to stop us, and right now we're eating you out. You know, there's some psychological warfare, right? There's some, I'm going to get in your head. There's some, I want to beat you on recruiting trail and in the future, and, you know, kind of take that and a little rub their nose in it.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Goodness gracious. This is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll start this drive with a pass. With the catch, it's Mack. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And here comes the offense on second down. To the air, it's Lowry. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. A third and long coming up here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And while the pass is incomplete, the flag is down. I think that was a free play for this offense. Defense was in the neutral zone.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but...
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
First down for the offense.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. He makes a grab. Touchdown. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And he made the extra point without problem. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 48, set to kick it off.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking to throw, it's Lowry. He makes the connection. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Broncos will send out the punt unit. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Gets set, first down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Using the quick game. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Offenses nowadays know one speed. Be aggressive. Go after it. Even if you got a lead, you see a lot of offenses do this and take shots and keep making big plays down the field. I like it. Keep it up.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback. I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
A high kick trying to pin them deep. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect them.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game. Take the W into the locker room.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12.
42 Spider. Flip, flip.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line. And on its heels. The give to the single back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
2-9 Philly.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. It's 4th and 8, and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down. We'll see what this offense can do sitting inside its own 20. Wants to throw on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And after this play, the cake will be baked. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Buying some time. He'll let it go down the right side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. They're able to make the stop, but this offense running plays and racking up yards all the way to the end as they get the W. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, oh, this play could decide it. Just frying pan